Ladies and gentlemen, it is your man, Jelani JB Bodie, host of this thing called The Wait a Minute Show, and we are back in the building once again, coming to you hump tight Wednesday night, and I'm going to give you a sports fix like I always do. We got football, basketball, and we got whatever else it is that you want to talk about, and we're not going to say anything else. I'm just going to say, Lopan, start the music.
Blood up on the wall, can you see it? As the people fall from an AK-47, spraying down the hall. Oh, this screaming, this act is so inhuman. This must be living in a nightmare. Oh, yeah. If you can see what I see, yeah, we're living in a nightmare. Oh, yeah. If you can see what I see, yeah, we're living in a nightmare. Oh, yeah. If you can see what I see, yeah, we're living in a nightmare. Oh, yeah. If you can see what I see, yeah, we're living in a nightmare. My things won't die, so man, won't die, so man. Your dreams, my things won't die, so man. Why would you wanna be right when what's wrong is what's right? In my darkness is light, I have you shining so bright. I give you power and hoes, flashy cars and the clothes, couple pounds of this drone. If you want it, let's go, let's get this money. Money, I see you looking at the money. Money, you bowing down to this money. Money, you're doing something strange for the piece of change. We're living in a nightmare. Oh, yeah. If you can see what I see, yeah, we're living in a nightmare. Oh, yeah. If you can see what I see, yeah, we're living in a nightmare. Oh, yeah. If you can see what I see, yeah, we're living in a nightmare. Oh, yeah. If you can see what I see, yeah, all I see is bloodthirsty politicians, ultimate vampires, ultimate vampires, ultimate vampires, zombies and ghouls who are ruled by desire, in a world that's burning up with hellfire. Back to scene one, where the damage was done. You need to look in this mirror. Who are you running from? What have you done? Dun, 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 dun. What have you done? Dun, 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 dun. Can't wipe the blood off your hands. Smear it off if you can. Can't escape from the truth. Deep within lies of proof. The evidence is off the meter. Oh, you're as guilty as your leader. Oh. We're living in a nightmare. Oh, yeah. If you can see what I see, yeah, we're living in a nightmare. Oh, yeah. If you can see what I see, yeah, we're living in a nightmare. Oh, yeah. If you can see what I see, yeah, we're living in a nightmare. Oh, yeah. If you can see what I see, yeah, we're living in a nightmare. We are living in a
It's the Wait a Minute Show.
This is a podcast.
It's the Wait a Minute Show.
show. JD Bodie, that's my bro. Wait a minute, show. My man Pan is on the low. Wait a minute, show. JD Bodie, that's my bro. Wait a minute, show. My man Pan is on the low. Coming straight out of Flint, Michigan. JB Bodie is him again. 2 times Wednesday, Saturday. Show make you wanna sing Donny Hathaway. Facebook Live, Spreaker.com. It's the Wait a Minute Show, fan, man. We drop bombs as we proceed. Just tune in, no need to take a feed. Hanging with the stews. JB, that's my dude. And I don't mean to be rude, but these other shows lame like eating prunes. Facebook got you tweaking. Spreaker's eardrums bleeding. JB got what you need. My man Lopez saying yes indeed. Go to thewaitaminuteshow.com to follow all episodes.
Ladies and gentlemen, what is up? It is your man, Jelani JB Bodie, host of this thing called The Wait a Minute Show, and I am back in the building once again, coming to you Wednesday night, hump night, here in the ATL. And when I am on, it is just not me. It is he, it is him, it is whoever you want him to be. The ladies love him, the guys hate him. But regardless, it is the L, the O, the P, the A, the N. Lopan is in the building. Indeed. Yes. So Lopan's got my back. Hopefully everyone else out there has got my back as well. And you are listening to the Wait a Minute Show. And we are back in the building here to talk sports. So last week I told you, I was a little amped up. I was a little, kind of pumped up because I had been off the airways for, about a week, and I brought that down a little bit. So I don't want to, scare everyone, that I'm pumped up every freaking episode, but I am. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into this sports talk. Like I said before, we got football, we got basketball. We're actually going to touch on a little bit of boxing in a serious situation. And at the end of it all, you do not want to go anywhere because we will be handing out a Big L award. And it is, how shall I say? It's a seasoned keyword, keep that in your head. Seasoned Big L award that we're going to hand out at the end. So you do not want to miss that. But before we get into our first topic, I would be remiss if I did not mention TDSS5. It is going down in Atlanta, October 18th, 19th, and 20th of the year 2019, of course. Here in the ATL. So if you got time, if you got some vacation time, if you want to get away from the kids, that have been stressing you out because it's almost time for them little jokers to go back to school. So, and we all know you got to, drop the cash because some little, Thundercat want to say, well, I need some shoes. I need a shirt. I need some pants so I can go back to school and be fresh to death. So if you want to get away from them for a little bit, come on down to the ATL, man, and hang out for TDSS 5. That is the Doug Stewart Show 5 event that we have annually. Him and X Squad, among others, will be there. Yours truly will be there. So if you have listened to me on here and you said, you know what, I want to meet him in person. You know what, I want to meet Lopan in person. Indeed. I don't know if Lopan is going to be there, but I will be there because I'm not giving Lopan a ride because he is not only a passenger side seat driver, he is a back seat driver, and he is even, dare I say, a paying customer driver. He doesn't even, I don't even get paid, but he just acts weird when we get in the car. Indeed. Yeah, so I'm not going to do that. He got to get his own transportation there, but you don't want to miss it. October 18th, 19th, and 20th of the year 2019. That is TDSS 5. So now that we got that out the way, let's get into some sports talk news. And the first thing we're going to touch base on is basically what today's or tonight's, tomorrow's, this morning, this evening, however way you want to call it. But for this episode, the episode is called, and that is Tyreek Hill Reinstated. So we'll start off with that. And yes, if you have not found out or you've been living under a rock, this just happened a few days ago. Tyreek Hill of the Kansas City Chiefs was reinstated back into the NFL. Well, I shouldn't say reinstated, but basically the charges that were being brought against him, the investigation that he was under, that's probably more qualified to say, but the charges and the investigation that was going on about him and his fiance, or I guess his ex-fiance now, and their child that they have together, the NFL has not found anything, so they will not be giving him any games, and he will be allowed to play football right away. So people are going to have mixed views on this, and I myself, I guess the first thing foremost is, what was the NFL doing? What were you looking for? Because with how this process was going, he was staying away from the team. I assume, and maybe that's wrong for me for assuming, but I assume that he would be serving some sort of suspension. I thought it would be 4 games. I thought it could be more than 4 games, just depending on what it was. There was a audio tape out there of him, reportedly threatening his ex-fiance, and those things, that they were saying fell under, the policy that the NFL have against the personal conduct policy, I should say. So I really was shocked, and I'm not normally shocked too much, but I really was shocked that he didn't get any games. Like I said, I thought it was going to be a minimum of 4. If he had got 2 games, I still would have been like, okay, but 0 games, and now he's back to play. It has you to wonder. Now, people did not cooperate, in this whole thing, and obviously Tyreek has said that all this news that was out, it wasn't true about who he is and what he's done. And at this point, it seems like that to be proven. But in the court of public opinion, that may be different. Some people will probably boo this guy, when he's on the road, and maybe even get booed at home. But I seriously doubt those boos will be heard. But he is playing. And now, we'll transition over into football. Now, before I go any further into the football, I do have to mention that this case is still open, so that they can go back and they can revisit this and then find something else in the case. I don't think it's going to happen, because at this point, it's been months. You haven't brought anything forth to where you could keep him from playing football. You haven't brought anything that would, I guess, not reinstate, but, initiate a suspension at this point. Now, I do believe maybe there's a smoking gun out there, or maybe they're just holding out hope for a smoking gun. That's probably better to say. I think they're holding out hope for some type of smoking gun so that they can, proceed with it. But at this point, he's going to be back on the field, and he's going to be playing. And in probably 3 to 4 weeks, that will be a backstory, and we probably won't be talking about it anymore unless something else comes to our attention. So now he is at camp. He is with the team. Obviously, the players are excited. Travis Kelce has already spoken that he was glad to have him back, and Andy Reid has spoken on Tyreek Hill as well in their first conference, or press conference, I should say. That, hey, look, and I'm just like paraphrasing, what he's saying. He's basically said that there are some things, that Tyreek got to put, behind him. He got to move forward. They trust him. They're glad to have him there. Yada, yada, yada. It goes on and on and on. Andy Reid saying the right things. But as far as football, do not be surprised. Now, some people said, they could trade him. I don't think they're going to trade him. Now, I could be wrong because I said Kawhi wouldn't leave Toronto. And I said, book it. But that turned out to be wrong.